our strategy to save money was to just fill a big cement bucket with peanuts, M&Ms, and raisins. And we had a cement bucket full of this. And it just sat in the back of the van, and we would just take handfuls of it when we got hungry. And I was like, why do I have a migraine every night? And like, why do I have like no energy? Like mid-set, like my arms feel like tree trunks, you know what I mean?
How long did you tour with the Warriors before you were like, I'm over it?
It was like under 2 years. It was like probably just under 2 years. And then I got the gig in Alaska. I was working on a luxury expedition yacht. Mm-hmm. And when the Warriors were touring Canada, that's when you filled in for me because I was doing that shit.
Yep.
And I remember like calling you from a payphone because I think I had a cell phone, but it wasn't working. But I was definitely like catching up with you guys like via payphone. Mm-hmm. And I called you up and I was like, dude, how's the tour going? And you were like, dude, I fucked up, man. You're like halfway through Slings and Arrows, I just forgot the song. So I just stopped. And I was like, what? Like, this was like it was the tour with Comeback Kids. It was like one of the bigger tours that we had done to that date. And I was just like, oh, what are you talking about? And you're like, nah, everything's fine. Like you would like ruin a song. Yeah, right. If I were on that tour, that probably would have happened to me. Yeah.
I can absolutely promise you that we did that kind of. Not exactly what you were saying, but I don't think it was a Comeback Kid tour. I think it was the following whatever tour that I was technically filling in for you. I think maybe you were still in the band technically, but
I think I only missed one tour, so this must have been when you were just like officially in the band.
Huh. Okay. Well, I believe this was on the U.S. tour. That might have been Parkway Drive's first U.S. tour.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not quite sure if they were on this show, but I believe we were playing in Little Rock, Arkansas. And we were playing a pizza joint that was a brewery and a venue all in one. And I don't know if it was a really well-attended show. I don't think it was. I don't remember there being a lot of people there. But what I do remember is having a bountiful amount of pitchers of beers with basically everybody except for Javi, because Javi wasn't drinking at the time. But I do recall us drinking pitchers of beer for 3 hours straight before the set. And maybe it was our youth and not having old man bladder problems yet. So we were like just posted up drinking for hours. And of course, at some point, Javi walks up to us and says, we're playing now. and all of us are like, oh, okay, cool, man. And your brother was still in the band at the time too. So all of us were like, yeah, let's do this. And I'm pretty sure not many of us had gotten out of our seat for hours. So finally we're like, oh, we got to play. So we all stand up and we're like, wow, I'm like wasted. Okay.
I couldn't imagine that.
All right.
Dude. Oh my god.
All right, let's do this. And of course everything to us was like hilarious back then. And so we set up. We're, I'd say we might be nearly belligerently drunk by then. And bless Javi's heart for dealing with all of us back then. I mean, he was a good sport about us being a complete mess. But I do recall, I don't remember what the hell we picked for the first song of the set, but I can promise you that none of us were playing the same song. We
That's
started that
amazing.
set, and I think half of us had one song in mind, and the other half of us had a different song in mind.
That's fair, dude.
So
That's
we did
fair.
have
It
that moment.
happens.
I think we really, whatever the story I might have said to you just for fun, might have come back to haunt us eventually on a different tour.